Here we go. Hi, guys.
Rise.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Amy. We've got David.
Hi.
Awesome. So a couple can't make it today, can they, Carl? So we've got Tahir and Jeff can't make it.
Yeah, both let us know. Yeah.
So
what about was Gillian in?
Yeah, Gillian is booked in, so I'm not sure if she's going to make it today.
And Sharon, is Arjun joining, or is he otherwise engaged?
I got my time wrong last week.
You did?
I went in, I thought that was the beginning. I thought that was 2 minutes early. Sorry, I was chatting.
That's
away.
okay. That's okay.
I was talking on mute, sorry. Arjun's not joining, he's worked out earlier on.
Oh, okay, fine, no problem. Just thought there was a mess up with the timings last night, so he missed a little bit last night. Yeah.
I told Vicky, I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's updated it and sent new time since. All right. So unless Julian jumps on now, I guess we can get started.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit? So we've got our sections. We've got 4 blocks of different activities today, but the potential fifth block afterwards. The physical stuff, from my perspective, is going to be kind of back to basic stuff. The exercises aren't going to be too complex. They're not difficult to understand. It's just a case of kind of getting them done in a period of time with a bit of a twist to how we're going to do them. Really focusing on building stamina and endurance. And then Paul Carter's section is going to be on movement. And Carter, do you want to just talk briefly about what we're going to look at there?
Yeah. 2 things. Obviously, Steve's bit's going to be a 3-minute block, so it's going to be quite intense. Steve's bit. My bit is not meant to be that physical. It's meant to be more about rhythm. It's meant to be a little bit more about using the racket. So if you've got space for a racket, brilliant. If you haven't, then use your imagination. But I'll demonstrate the 4 movement patterns that we're going to be doing in each block. 2 of them, I think, are quite hard movement patterns. It's where you've played a ball from the front of the court, whether that be a straight drive or a cross-court drive, and you then have to go back and play a volley. So your movement is actually going backwards to then reset yourself, to be balanced, and then to transfer your weight through, which is a very, very difficult shot to do. So, and again, it's a shot that's not practiced a lot in ghosting, that backwards and then volley. It's much easier to come from the back of the court and then get onto a volley where your momentum's travelling forward. So we're going to look at 2 types of movement, moving backwards onto a volley and moving forwards onto a volley. In a couple of different sort of patterns, different scenarios. So I'll demonstrate those. So when you come to the movement bit, it's not after going eyeballs out. It's going to be nice and controlled and balanced and really think about your technique. Steve's bit is obviously the physical challenge for you. Okay.
All right. Well, let's get started with the warm up then, everyone. So let's get into the space you have available. We'll start with a gentle jog. And we'll go from there. All right. Good. Let's get the arms going. Yeah, Gillian's jumping in now. Okay, yeah, let's keep that jog going. Hi, Gillian. You're on mute at the moment. Welcome. We're just starting our warm-up. So, yeah, good. Let's go slightly higher with the knees now. A little bit more of a run than a gentle jog. That's good. Nice. Fantastic. Yeah, good. Get the arms going as well. Okay, let's go from there into some star jumps. The arms nice and high. See if you can get your arms all the way up to the top to touch at the top. Really nice. Good. We're going to go from there into some just gentle, but some split jumps, but staying nice and light on your feet. Okay, so just forwards, backwards, staying nice and light on your feet. Okay. Good, guys, nice and light. And then from there into some nice light jumps, small left to right jumps, and some gentle forwards and backwards jumps as well. Just nice and light. And let's stop there. Good. So we're going to go for 8 good quality squats, just sitting back into a squat and raise. Okay, good quality. Knees following the toes. The feet are staying fully in contact with the floor, and back stays nice and straight. Arms can go out in front. If you want, you can have them on your hips. I don't find that helpful. I like to have them just out in front as you sit down into your squats. Just 8. Lovely. Good. Then we're going to do just 2 lunges each side. So we're going to go for a forward lunge and then a diagonal lunge out in front. Okay, then a forward lunge and a diagonal lunge. So just 6 on each side. So that's 4. Forward lunge and then a diagonal lunge. And then we're going to change legs. Then that's my left leg, forward lunge, then a diagonal lunge. Forward lunge and a diagonal lunge. Good. Just warming up those muscles, just 6 on each side as a total. And then let's just do a downward dog position actually as an upper body warm up. So hands going to press up position here. Then we're going to raise the hips nice and high, tuck your head in, and we're going to slowly keep it active. Drop your hips down towards the floor and then raise back up. Okay, so keep it active, downward dog position, up to the top, dropping the hips down to the floor. Amy, into a downward dog position. Good, guys. Just a few of those. Nice. When we've done 4 or 5, let's stand back up and then into a gentle jog when you've done those. Nice, Sharon. Good. And Gillian, your camera's just jumped off. Okay, there we go. Great. All right. Now we're going to move into just a little bit of footwork. So to start with, we're going to start with really simple. We're just going to start with a little shuffle forwards, a little shuffle back. So just a shuffle forwards and shuffle back. It's not a jog on the spot. Okay? It's just a shuffle of the feet forwards and backwards. Just a shuffle forwards and backwards just to get us started today. Okay, just a little shuffle. Sliding your foot across the floor and sliding it back again. Just a little weight shift. Good.
That calves
nice,
as well.
yeah.
Is that for the calves as well, Steve?
Yeah, it's just a nice warm up for the whole leg because
Right.
it is for the calves because you're kind of keeping the leg quite straight.
Yeah.
So there's not too much shock absorption. So there's not actually work going into the legs so much as just kind of a little bit of a jolt.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good. So we're going to progress that, guys, into our forward backward movement, which is that 1, 2, 3, 1. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to simplify it today. So we're going to go open stance. We're going to go for a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's almost a lunge, but it's not. So you're just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Diagonally out in front. Left foot out, right foot out. Left foot out, right foot out. Again, planting heel toe. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Side on, that looks like this. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, taking that foot off just the floor a little bit. And then I'm going to aim to really try and speed that up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just a little bit diagonally out in front. Just that forward back, forward movement there, forward movement there.
Good.
Good, guys.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay. From there, we'll just do one more. We're going to go across your body. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Across your body, get the arms going as well.
Does it
1,
matter
2, 1,
toe or
2.
heel on this?
Sorry, Amy?
Does it matter toe landing or heel landing on this small shuffle?
No, it doesn't. Good question, though.
Okay,
In
thank
fact,
you.
it's very difficult on this particular one to get your heel landing first. Very difficult to get that. It's kind of more, yeah, it's just about the hip mobility. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really try and get the hip across. As you get your arms across, go the opposite way as well. Really nice. If you start to pick up the pace, it actually gets quite physical. Start to really get your heart rate up there as well. So the last one, guys, just try and get into that rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. The arms will come when you get the feet moving. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think you're taking an extra step there, Sharon. So just watch my movement here slowly. So I'm here, I'm going 1, 2, 3, and then back to the center. And then it's 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm slowly picking up the pace. And then the arms come in kind of naturally when you want to swing this way, the arms go that way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But we start with that across 2, 3, across 2, 3. Trying to keep it close, and your hip is rotating through, so you're trying to get them all the way round. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good.
That leads nicely into the movement, that one, Steve.
Oh, what a coincidence.
As if you planned that.
Almost. Okay, guys. All right, over to Mr. Paul Carter.
Okay.
On spotlight now.
Thank you.
Here we go.
I'm very limited on space, so I will demonstrate what I'm looking for. 3 things I want you to think about when we're doing this is doing it at a pace that's comfortable for you. That's a given. First thing, think about your toe planting. So I'd like you to play it off the front foot if you can. So when you're playing your straight drive and your straight volley, if you're on the right hand side, if I'm taking that on my left foot, I'd like your toes to be pointing towards the side wall. That gives you a nice balance. That gives you options to play different shots. That gives you a balance. When we go cross court, then you'll open up the toe, and that toe will go towards where the front and the side wall meet. So straight drive, my toe is pointing to the side wall. The cross court drive, my toe is opening up, allowing me to turn my shoulders a little bit so I can hit the ball cross court. So that's one thing I want you to think about. The other thing I want you to think about is keeping the racket coming back to where it started. So on my straight drive, I hit through the ball and I bring the racket back across my body, ready for the volley. And I'll demonstrate that now. On the cross court, the same thing applies. I hit across my body and the racket is leading me back. Now, this you can get a lot of rhythm in these exercises. Like I've said, they're not physical. They're just about balance and rhythm. So I'm going to locate my tee somewhere towards the back of the room here. There's my tee position here. It's about as far back as I can get. Racket's up. I move in. I turn. I play my drive. Racket comes back. I don't quite go back to the tee. And then I'm looking for the volley up here. I play my volley. Then I ease back to the tee. I come in. I play my drive. Racket comes back. Not quite to the tee. Up for the volley. Boom. That's the first movement pattern. So if we could just all have a look at that for me, please. So into a straight drive and let the racket bring you back. Perfect, Sharon. Very good. Straight drive, David, and let the racket bring you back. Make sure you're watching the ball, David, when you play that straight drive. You've got to watch the ball back. That's it. And that's good. Side on, Amy, and straight drive. Watch the ball back, Amy. That's it. Good. Go on, Sharon. Think about your foot planting, Gillian. Your foot's got to plant side on to the square. Your toes point directly towards the side wall. I land and my toe points towards the side wall. And I get the power by rotating the upper body. Good. That's lovely, Sharon. Good. Perfect. Good. In for the drive. Bring the racket back, Sharon. Lovely. Look for the volley. Good. Now, the difficulty is going backwards and then volleying forwards. That's hard to do that, isn't it? You know, that's really difficult. You can take yourselves off a mute, guys, if you want to talk. There's only 4 of you, so, you know, we can talk to each other. So as I go back, I'm now leaning back. I'm now going to reach up and look for the volley. Where possible, I want to be using my non-hitting arm. So as I point up for the ball and that helps me pull my body weight through. I point up to the ball, and it helps me pull my body weight through. So the non-hitting arm is really key to all your movement that you're doing. Point to the ball as you go in, Amy. Point to the ball as you go in. Bring the racket back and then point up. Tennis serve. Good. Lovely. Excellent. Nice, Gillian. Good. Okay, that's super. So you can, even in a limited space, you can really, can you just come off mute, everybody? Just tell me what, just tell me how that feels in terms of, what you're trying to achieve with your body. Amy, how are you trying to get the power? How are you trying to get the power?
I haven't got it, but I need to turn my body to get it.
There needs to be a little bit more rotation. So as I come in here, I want to hit that ball. I can't hit the ball hard just with my arm. I have to turn my shoulder. So as I plant my foot, my shoulder turns at the same time, and then I hit through. Same up on the volley up here. Up, shoulder back. I can't play that. I can't do the badminton flick here. We can and we have to. I know that. But if we can get round a little bit, we can really follow that racket through. Yeah? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so now you're going to switch your tee to the other side of the room. So I'm going to come in now, David. I'm coming in from, oh, you can't see, I've got my camera angle right for you. Coming in from the other side of the room into my backhand, which is easier. It's a much easier shot. I'm coming in, strike, racket back, brushing the tee, looking up high, boom for the volley. Back to the tee, in, turn my shoulder, toe to the sidewall, boom, back, and up for the volley. Lost Gillian. Lovely, Sharon. Lovely use of the racket, Sharon. That's it. In, racket back, and volley. Boom. Bring the racket back and start again. Yeah, good.
Is it a straight volley or a cross?
It's a straight volley. Straight volley, yeah. We've lost Gillian, Steve.
I'll give it a sec to jump back on. It might be her connection.
Perfect, David. Absolutely perfect, buddy. Keep your elbow up, Amy. Keep your elbow up. Hit your lamp. Lovely, Sharon. Perfect. Very good. Very awkward position, that, going backwards and taking the volley. Even somebody as good as Steve Thompson, he'd really struggle up there. Back in my heyday, I'd find a big hole in his game up there. I put the ball there all the time and I'd let him know it. There we go. Okay, have a little breather. Have a little breather. Lovely. Now, we're going to go back corners onto the volley on the same side. So this is easier. This is definitely easier. What I want you to think about is you're not actually going always to the tee. You're going slightly to the right of the tee or slightly to the left of the tee. Okay, you haven't got to go back to the tee because you would have played a straight drive down the wall. So you're trying to cut that ball out. So I'm going in deep to my forehand, making myself small, strike down the line, racket comes up, and I come across, turn my shoulders and play the volley straight. Back, in, up, out of the racket and up with the volley. Similar to what we did last week, but a little bit more rhythm involved. So back right, up for the volley. Back right, and then look for the volley. Go to the back right, Amy, into the back right, drive. No, it's a drive out the back right, Amy. It's a drive out the back corner. Drive out the back corner, and then up for the volley. Now let the racket bring you. Now look for the volley. Good, that's it. That should feel easier. That should feel easier because the momentum is coming forwards.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Lovely, Sharon. Deep into the back corner. I'm not sure I'm seeing you doing that right, Sharon. It should be the tee's forward now. You're going back from the front of your room to the back corner and then coming back forwards for a volley. So bring your tee further forward. So my tee starts here, Sharon. My tee starts here. I'm here. I'm moving back to the back corner. Drive. Back to my tee. Volley. Back to the back corner. Drive through and up for the volley.
Where's the first shot? The first shot is a drive from the tee. From where?
No, from the back corner. From the back corner. Yeah, that's what you're not. And then a volley. Yeah. I thought that's what you were doing. So drive Now come forwards and volley. That's it. That's it. And volley. Good. Then back to the back corner. Lovely. That's it. Rhythm and through. Lovely, lovely, David. Sharon, try and get the racket to bring you after the drive. It's one motion, Sharon. Watch, watch. It's one motion. It's one motion. I'm in, drive, and I'm moving with the racket up, and then I look for the volley. It's one motion. Drive, out with the racket. Now move with it forwards. No, just move with it forwards. That's it, and then volley. Good, and then back. That's it. Drive out and move with it. Don't hesitate. Just keep moving out of that drive. Lovely, David. Very good. Excellent, Amy. With the racket. Good. Super. Okay. Go on, Amy.
It's much easier than the previous one.
Yes, it's much easier because the weight's in front, the ball's in front of you. Out with the racket, Sharon. Out with it. Sharon. Have a little breather, David. Have a little breather, Amy. Sharon, you're playing your shot and not moving. It's you've got to play the shot and move at the same time. It's play and out. Yeah? Play and run with it. That's it. And then that's it. And look for the volley. Good. Play it and move out. Right. All in one motion. Okay, now, David, Amy, Sharon, we're going to switch the tee to the other side of the court. So I'm into my backhand side now, deep into my backhand. Straight drive down the wall, out with the racket, up, back to the tee, cross and volley. Straight to the back corner, strike out and volley. Should be even easier on the backhand side. Should feel easier on the backhand side. Good, David, really good. Bring the racket back, Sharon, lovely. Straight out, Amy, drive, up and volley. Good. Excellent.
Just reached out to Gillian.
Okay, mate. Lovely. Good. Watch the ball back. Really good. Really good. Good. Watch the ball back. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's a 4 for the first block. Okay. So you're trying to get the rhythm, create the rhythm there, racket leading you. Much easier to volley going forwards than it is volley going backwards. That's something we need to think about. You know, return a serve. When you're returning the serve, you tend to be leaning backwards, and then after you've returned the serve, you sort of fall backwards. We want you to return the serve and move forwards to the tee. Had this conversation this morning about the returner serve, David, and I think so many coaches have sort of said you must return the serve straight. I think you're better off returning the serve cross court. It's far less risky, and it encourages you to move forwards for the returner serve. When you try and return the serve straight, often the club player falls back. So they get up high, they play it, but they fall back to the back wall, and then they give the whole court to their opponent. So I would encourage you, when you play your returner serve, to try and go as high and as wide cross court as possible. That'd be my take on it. Yeah, for what it's worth. Okay, Steve, you're into your blocks, my friend.
Fantastic. I will make myself.
Gillian, get back in touch with you.
Not yet. No.
No.
I sent an email. Is what we have for her.
Yeah.
In terms of details. Okay, guys. So I said what we're going to do today is stripped back movement. It's nothing complicated, but what we're going to do is 3 exercises, 10 reps of each exercise, back to back. And then when you've done those 3 exercises, we go again into that first, second, third, again, first, second, third. And we're going to do that as many times as you can. 1 set of each exercise is called a round. So we're going to do as many rounds as you can in 3 minutes. So there's simple exercises. The first one, I'll just demonstrate them for form, but you know what these are. That we're going to do body weight squats. So normal body weight squats. So good quality. Sitting back into a squat. So we're going to do 10 squats, okay, followed by 10 normal lunges. Now, I just want you to go forward. So it's going to be alternating lunges, 10, thinking about those quality points, lunging forwards, thinking about that heel toe movement, that heel toe dropping down, staying nice and upright. 10 of those, followed by 10 press ups. Okay, so now they can be normal press ups, or shall we say from the toes and the hands, or they can be press ups on the knees. They're entirely up to you. Dropping down. Okay, so that's 10 squats, followed by 10 lunges, followed by 10 press ups, then straight back into your 10 squats. Now, it's not a race. I don't want you to necessarily do them as fast as you possibly can. I want them to be good quality movements, and we're going to see how many rounds we can get through in those 3 minutes. Any questions, guys? Thumbs up if you're ready to go. David, all good? Fantastic. Okay, so we'll set the timer. 3 minutes. Start with your squats in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
I've texted Gillian as well.
Okay.
I think she
Yeah.
just cut out, didn't she? I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's an internet problem. Mine's dropped off, but I'm in a very different part of the country.
It all
Good,
varies,
guys.
doesn't it?
Into the lunges, nice. Good. Good, dropping all the way down there. Nice smooth movement going down into the lunge. Good, David, into the press ups. Good, so it's just, if you're lunging, it's just 5 lunges on each leg, 10 lunges in total.
I've done 10, 20.
Yeah, it looked like you were doing quite a few. That's why I said it.
My wrist is broken, so I can't.
Okay, don't do any press ups then, Amy, if your wrist is broken.
Was broken.
Oh, was. Be careful.
Yeah, I was
Gillian's,
short one.
Gillian's back in. She's come to join us. Good, guys. Keep going. Hi, Gillian. Back with us. Okay, so Gillian, what we're doing is we're doing a bit of a circuit. We're
Well done,
doing
Sharon. Excellent.
We're doing 10 squats, followed by 10 straight lunges, followed by 10 press ups, either on the knees or normal press ups. So go straight into that. So 10 squats. And then when you finish that, you're going to keep going because we're doing a 3-minute round. You've got 1 minute 20 left, guys. So we'll finish that off. So after your 10 squats, Gillian, you're into 10 lunges and then into 10 press ups. Good. Well done. Thinking about all those things with the lunge, appropriate range, nice smooth fluid movement going in and out, not lunging too far forward so that the knee is past the toe. Okay, staying nice and stable laterally, nice and upright, not leaning forwards. Lots of things to consider. Well done, guys. Okay, 35 seconds left. You're doing really well. Almost there. Good. Try not to lean too far forwards there, Amy. Try and stay nice and upright with your back. That's it. That's good. And last 15 seconds. Well done, Gillian. 3, 2, 1, and stop there.
Well done.
Good stuff. Bit of a rest. Sip of water if you got some water nearby. Gillian, you okay? You dropped out for a bit there, didn't you? You all right? Yeah. Good.
Steve, what's the Cobra prone?
Cobra prone.
Yeah.
That's lying flat on your stomach with your palms facing the ceiling. Down by your sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I was lying on the floor, it'd be here, and then you rotate up and then extend, relax back.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Bringing the shoulders off the floor and then the legs off the floor. Guys, we're going to go 45 seconds more rest, and then we're going to go one more round of that. Sorry, there is a couple of changes. There are a couple of changes. So same exercises, but when we do our squats, if you have a squash racket, we're having the racket out in front for your squat, or if you want more of a challenge, racket above your head. Okay, when going down for the squats. Okay, racket above the head. Now, when you do your lunges, now I'm not restricting you to straight lunges. Your 10 lunges can be out to the side with your racket. Mix it up. Okay, it can be a bit more of a ghosting movement. Make that lunge nice and dynamic now. So 10 lunges, using the racket in that racket position, and use the racket for the squats, either out there or above your head. Okay, press ups are the same. Starting. Okay, 3 minutes for that round, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well done.
All got a racket. Superb.
Nice.
Yeah.
Am I too forward?
Let's have a look. Yes. So it's actually quite a difficult movement. Yeah. So keep your arms out in front of you there, Amy, because it, yeah, good. Good. Go for those lateral lunges. Mix it up. Go for different positions. Again, but don't forget that heel toe planting on the floor. Nice and stable. Good. Well done, Amy. Nice, Gillian. Good stuff.
Do we do the next one is the press up or just carry on with this one?
Yeah, same 3 exercises. So when you've done your lunges, you're into your 10 press ups. But just be aware of your capabilities. Yeah.
I need to do this. That's why it's not recovering.
Good, guys. Doing really well. Okay, coming up to halfway. Good, David. Nice. Different positions, different movements. Well done. Great. Last minute, guys. Good. Well done there, Amy. Nice, Sharon.
Tough little block, this, Steve.
It is.
Yeah.
It is tough. It's a nice little workout, though.
Yeah.
Nice little workout. Good. Mixing up the positions nicely there, Gillian. Okay, last 25 seconds. See if you can finish off this round. Maybe get another half round in. Finish that set. Good, David. See if you can get a touch low with the squat. Touch wider with the legs, maybe. Yeah, good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good work, guys. Quick sip of water if you want one. Really good. How many rounds were possible there, David? How many did you manage?
Not sure, maybe 3 or 4.
Before.
Yeah.
So already, just in 3 minutes, you've done over 100 reps of an exercise or of those different exercises. Really good. So really nice way to kind of stack up. Yes, you don't get much rest, but it's because it's moving from different exercises. You're actually accumulating quite a lot of reps during that time. Well done, guys. Nice. So that's it for this section. Over to Mr. Paul Carter to explain the next movement section.
Okay, so what I said at the start, you got your different positions. So on the first block that we done, the toes were pointing towards the side wall. Now we're going to go from the front right, cross-court drive from the front right. So the toe will be slightly more open, going to more where the front wall and the side wall meet. So going at a slight angle, which allows us to open our shoulders a little bit. After I've played that shot, so I'm coming in from the tee, I've landed, open slightly, my shoulders are slightly open. As I play the cross-court drive, I watch the ball back I now go back and play a cross-court volley. I then come into my racket's not dropping at all. I play the drive, I'm back to the volley, I play the cross-court volley, my racket's ready for the drive, and the racket is bringing me all the time. Boom, 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 boom. So it's opening the toes a little bit, opening the shoulders, opening the toes, which allows you to open the shoulders. That's the first movement. The second movement is the opposite of that one. So I'm coming in into the backhand side, racket on the tee, racket up, I come in, shoulder turn, toes slightly out, turn my shoulder round with the racket, elbow stays up, cross-court volley, into the front, cross-court drive, back, cross-court volley, okay? That's our second movement. Our third and fourth movements are going to be coming out of the back corners. So I'm going to the deep right, going into deep right, cross-court lift, moving out, up for a volley, boom. Deep right, cross-court lift, cross the tee, up for a volley. And then the fourth one is the opposite of that. So I'm going into the deep left, cross-court lift, cross the tee, up for the volley. Okay, so the first one, front right, cross-court drive, left-hand volley. 2, 1, go. Watch that racket go, David. Lovely. Cross-court drive from the front right, Sharon. Cross-court drive from the front right. Cross-court, and then come back and look for that. That's it. Good. And look for the volley, Sharon. That's it. That's it. Cross-court drive from the front and look for the volley. That's it. Cross-court drive from the front. Nice, David. Very good, David. Cross-court drive from the front right. Go on, Sharon.
Can you say it again?
Yes. Cross-court drive from the front right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the left-hand side of the court for a cross-court volley. Good. Get the drive. So when you play the drive, Sharon, a bit lower at the front, isn't it? It's a cross-court drive off the bounce at the front to the right. Good. Lovely, David. Very good. Cross-court drive. Turn your shoulders, Sharon, up for the volley. That's it. That's it. Lovely.
Nice.
That's it. Nice, Amy. Can't quite see you, Gillian. It's a little bit away from where I am, so I'm not going to make a comment, so I can't quite see, but I'm sure you're doing it right. Lovely, Amy. That's it, Sharon. Perfect. Turn the shoulders. Lovely, David. Brilliant. Okay, so hold it there, guys. Hold it there. Beautiful. So it's all about rhythm. That David, Amy, lovely with the rhythm there. You got that at the end there, Sharon. It's the racket bringing you around and looking for the volley. So you're going to go to the other side now. So it's front left, right hand volley. Front left, cross court, right hand volley, cross court. So yeah, straight drive. Let the racket turn you, Sharon. Let the racket and head turn you. That's it. And volley. Boom. Into the front left, Sharon. Let the racket turn as you hit. You're doing it. That's it. You're doing fine. Cross court. Volley cross. Cross court drive. That's it. In one now. In one. Just do it in one motion. Front left, Sharon. Front left. Cross court. And look for the volley on the right hand side. That's it. That's it. Front left, Sharon. Keep going. That's it. That's it. Brilliant. Lovely, Amy. David, spot on, mate. You're using the racket really well. Keep the elbow up. Very good, David. Keep your elbow up, Amy. Elbow up. Lovely. Now, if you can go a wee bit quicker, Amy.
Okay. It's
Perfect,
very
Sharon. I know. It's difficult. And this is that's perfect, Sharon. Much 100%. Beautiful, David. Make sure you watch the ball, David, as it comes out. Make sure you watch the ball as it... That's the man. Good. Okay, that's fine. Have a little breather there. Have a little breather. So the third movement is deep to the right-hand side of the court. Back, right-hand corner. Back, right-hand corner. In. Strike. Racket comes across. Opposite side, backhand volley for me, and then back again. out, through, look for the volley, and back again. I'm very limited in space in here, so I can't demonstrate that so well. But it's a cross court from the back, cross court volley from the middle. Cross court from the back. So that will be opening your toes a little bit. That's it, Sharon. Then come across and cross court from the volley. There you go, Sharon. Perfect. Now try and do it in one motion, Sharon. You're taking too long after you've hit to move. That's it. Move as you hit, then move. Perfect racket prep, frozen. Lovely, David. Lost you, Sharon. Bit lower with that cross court. That's it. Lovely. You're back in, Sharon, are you? Cross court out, David, and cross court volley. Good. Cross court out, Amy, and cross court volley. Very good. I think you're frozen on me, Sharon. Sorry.
Paul?
Excellent.
Paul?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you give us a scenario where we would, I think I probably know, but still, just get your view about where you would play that ball high in the air.
So
across.
somebody's played you deep to the right hand corner. Okay.
Yeah.
They're on the tee area.
Yeah.
You've gone to lift the ball over their head from the deep,
Yeah.
which is a good defensive shot. You've got it past them. Yeah, you've got it over their head. They've tried to play a ball down the line. They haven't hit it quite well enough. You've stepped across and then you've put the ball back to that right-hand side. So you're moving them from the left to the right with your volley.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lift out from the deep and then they've tried to get the ball past you. Remember I said on week number 1, when you do these exercises, it's not you on your own doing it. You're using your imagination. So you're lifting the ball out deep from the right. Your opponent, you've successfully done that. Your opponent has now played a ball straight down the wall on the left-hand side. They haven't quite hit it well enough. You've stepped across and you've ripped the ball back the other side. So you're always playing the second shot, Gillian. You're not playing shot after shot. Your opponent's playing a shot.
I know.
Yeah. That's the hard thing about ghosting, isn't it? Because we just tend to swing a racket. We don't link it to the game, you know.
If you put that third shot back into the forehand right-hand corner, are they not just going to move across?
Well, I've suggested that you've played it cross court and they played one deep back down to the back right-hand corner, and the rally starts again. So it's just that movement pattern.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we've switched corners now, guys. So you're going in deep left. Same scenario. Deep left. Lift out cross court. You've got it over your opponent's head. They've gone down the line, the right-hand side. You've stepped across and you've taken that ball back across court. They've gone back. They've played it down the line and you've gone to chip it open again. So you're linking 3 shots together. Good question, though, Gillian. That brings it a little bit more to life for everybody. Well done. Lift out. They've gone to get the ball past you. You've cut it out on the volley. You've pulled them back to the left-hand side. They've gone down the line. You've intercepted it. Yeah, that's it. Lovely. Now, that's what I would call ghosting, guys. That's what I call ghosting. That's not swinging a racket. That's acting out a scenario on court. And the better you get with your accuracy, the more chance you'll know what shots you're going to be playing next, because you're going to tie down your opponent. They're not going to have carte blanche to hit the ball where they want to. You put the ball tight, they're going to have to play that ball straight. Okay, lovely. Well done. Have a little breather. Well done. Excellent. Very good.
Nice.
I think that question, Gillian, actually really cemented what we're trying to do there. You know, you're not just moving from one point to another and swinging a racket. It's done in conjunction with your opponent.
Yeah.
And that's why ghosting is such a great tool, because it's a visualization. You know, Sharon, if you're going to play one of your pals that you play all the time, they probably do similar shots most of the time. So you want to get the upper hand. So you know that you play so-and-so, and they always put the ball to the front right. So I know when I go to the front right, I'm going to try and go in there and trick this person to play a straight ball or a cross court. And I'm going to shape up, going to disguise the ball. Boom. I'm not just going in and swinging a racket. I'm trying to get something, bring something to life.
And in the front corners, cross court.
Yeah.
The power is coming from hips, arm,
It's coming from a lot of things, Amy. I mean, Steve showed a beautiful clip last night of Nick Matthews, and it was, obviously you would expect it with the best player in the world. It's coming with a lot of delay and just slapping his wrist. As you get better, you will start to bring things in like that. That's why I've said to you tonight, straight dive, toes pointing to the sidewall, cross-court drive, opening the toes a little bit. And then what I'd like you to get to, and I'm sure that you could probably do it already, when you come in that diagonal motion, it's what you do with the racket face to bring it straight or bring it cross-court. But to keep it simple, open the toes, cross-court, close the toes, straight. That's a very simplistic way of looking at it. But as you get better, then you can actually do both from both positions, and you should be able to do both shots off both feet.
Yeah.
And they're the sort of things that you would practice, but you wouldn't practice that at 150 mile an hour. You'd do that at a pace that's comfortable for you. And that's why ghosting's so good, because you can pitch it to where you are.
Yeah.
Stephen, over to you. Sorry, that took a little bit longer than.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, guys. So, Carl, I'm going to need you to time on this one, if you don't mind.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yes, but what we're doing now, guys, is we're moving into a different set of exercises. We're keeping the same formula. We're doing 10 of the first exercise, 10 of the second, and then there's an option for 10 or 20 of the last one, depending on which version you choose. So, first exercise, we're doing.
Spotlight yourself, Steve.
Sorry?
Spotlight yourself, mate.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So the first one we're doing, okay, it's more of a core. The first two exercises are core exercises. The first one is sit-up. So again, you have option of throw arm sit-ups. I'll just drop this down more. So you can either throw your arms up to help your sit-up here. Hands behind you. Throw the arms up, okay? Or we can go kind of straight arms out in front here, slowly. Less momentum, but still a little bit. Or hands by your head, really using your abs to bring you up to the top. So we're going for 10. The second exercise we're going to do is in a plank position. Okay. In a plank position here, we're going for plank punches. Now we're going for 10 plank punches where you go 1, 2, 3. So 10 of those. And the last one, to really get your heart rate up there, we're going to go for 10 explosive star jumps. Now, an explosive star jump looks like this, exploding up. So we can either do 10 of those or 20 normal star jumps. Okay, if that much explosive movement is not a good idea. Okay, so you've got the option there. So we've got 10 sit-ups followed by 10 plank punches. That's quite a tough one in itself. Followed by 10 explosive star jumps or 20 normal star jumps. Okay, thumbs up if you're ready to go. Good. Amy and Sharon, yeah? Great. Okay, over to you, Cox.
Hold it. Just lost my watch here. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Let's go.
Sorry, I keep scrolling up and it doesn't go onto my stopwatch. It goes onto.
Good, guys. Nice. Nice little home gym in the background there, Gillian. I like it.
Thank you.
I like Arjun's boxing thing.
Yeah, Arjun's got a nice boxing bag.
Yeah. What's it called? It's not a bag though, is it? It's a.
What? Okay.
It's a Sharon. What's it called? Oh no, don't worry, Karen.
No.
It's like a human, isn't it? So you can like do kicks and punches. And
Okay, yeah.
I think that's the version he's got.
Yeah. That's coming up. 50 seconds.
20 punch, 10 punch each side, or
5.
No, 10 in total. So 10 punches, 5 on each side with the punches. Nice, Sharon. Really good. Okay, then straight into the next one when you're ready.
That's coming up halfway.
Good. Good work, Amy. Really good, guys.
Entering the last minute now.
Well done, Gillian. Looks good. Really nice.
Thirty seconds.
Well done, David. That's good. Most there. Finish off. See if you can finish off this exercise, or finish off this little round.
Ten seconds.
Tough ones. Almost there.
5. And time.
Stop there, guys. Well done. So, how many rounds was that, Amy? Was that kind of 2 and a bit? This one looked a bit harder.
Yeah, 2 and a bit.
2 and a bit, yeah. Well
Yeah.
done, guys. Nice. Okay. Carts, did you keep that timer rolling?
It's running. It's running.
Thank you. Very good. Any issues with any of those exercises, guys? Do we need to find alternatives, or are they
Good.
thumbs up if we're good?
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. We'll give you a nice amount of rest now, just to recover, because I think going into those sit-ups after that kind of explosive exercise or cardio exercise is quite tough, because you're trying to catch your breath in that compressed position. It's quite a tough one.
I think
just-
my start jump is wrong because it's not tiring at all.
I think your star jump, you were doing normal star jumps, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, just I don't know whether I did it wrong.
No, it's fine.
That's 1 minute and 10 seconds, Steve.
Lovely. Let's give him another 30, and we'll
Okay.
go for round 2. One more round of this, guys. Okay, so it's the sit-ups, the plank punches. Did we change any of these?
No.
Keep them the same. Keep them the same. Okay, get yourself ready in that sit-up position, guys. One more round.
10 seconds.
Yep.
5, 2,
Last circuit. So let's see if
1,
we can push yourselves, guys.
and go.
Let's go. See how many we can get done. Really good. Good,
Well done,
guys.
Sharon. Superb.
Really nice. Well done, Gillian. Nice explosive ones.
That's 1 minute down, guys. 1 minute down.
Fantastic. Good. Last circuit, guys. So let's push. Well done, Sharon. Really good with the sit-ups. Nice, Amy. Almost there.
6.
Nearly up for 2, 1:45.
Good, David. Great.
Entering the last minute now.
Good stuff, guys.
Well done, Amy. Brilliant.
Nice, Amy. Yeah.
This is hard.
Doing really well. Last little bit.
30 seconds.
Use a little bit of momentum if you need to there, Amy. Just to throw the arms up a little bit. That's it.
15.
Good. Really good, guys. David smashing out his last set.
Smashing it. 2,
Third set.
1, and time. Well done.
Well done, guys. Really good. We're going to do one final exercise, guys. Then we'll have a quick chat and we'll finish. One final exercise. Let's do it all together. It's not explosive. We'll just ease our way into it. I'd like us all to do a bit of a back press together because it's just a nice, after lots of sit-ups, which encourage kind of that forward, hunched over posture. It's just nice to try and correct that a little bit. So let's all lie down on the floor. We're going to lie down with your arms down by your sides. And what we're going to do is lift your feet off the floor, okay? Really push your lower back into the floor. So we're going to do a back press and really squeeze your abs and push. So bring your knees all the way up to your chest if you need to. Make sure, check with your hand. I'll show you kind of more side on here. Check with your hand that there's no gap between your lower back and the floor. Really push that lower back into the floor. Raise the feet up off the floor. Palms to the ceiling. Really try and get every part of your back. The tops of your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades, get them together, push them into the floor. And then what we're going to do is extend the legs forwards just a little bit. Really make sure, really squeeze the abs. Make sure that lower back is really pushed into the floor. So you're squeezing your abs, pushing that lower back into the floor. Just hold that. If you're doing it well, it should be quite difficult to control your breathing. Okay? Really squeeze that lower back into the floor. And then you can alternate between a bit of rest by bringing the knees all the way up to your chest. And then you can extend them out again a little bit. Really squeeze, make sure that lower back's pressed into the floor. If you extend too far or too far for your range, the lower back will start coming off the floor unless you're really good at it. And you can extend the legs all the way out and straight without your lower back coming off the floor, in which case you're really advanced. But only go as far as your lower back can still be in contact with the floor. Okay, guys? Good, then bring it back. Hold that and rest a little bit. And then we'll go one more push. Let's go another 20 seconds, just really squeezing that lower back into the floor. And this is a nice exercise because you can add things to it. So you can add cycling legs, you can take this away, add cycling legs, you can add kind of scissor kicks up and down, or you can add a hold with your legs straight out in front, kind of 6 inches off the floor. Last 5 seconds, guys. It's really kind of, what's the word? Versatile exercise because you can do lots of different things with it. 2, 1, and everyone will stop there. Well done. Really good. Okay, no more exercise. Good stuff.
Yep.
I really like rubbing the back on the floor for the last exercise.
You like that one?
I like just afterwards have the knee close my chest and just roll. I have the lower back
rolling, rolling the back. That's a nice one, yeah.
Is that for stretching or for relaxing?
If you were to roll,
yeah.
Both. I would say it's more of a rolling out motion, so it's kind of myofascial release. It's like self massage when you roll those types of things. Do you have a foam roller, Amy?
I have. I don't use it.
Yeah, that's a great piece of equipment. Next week we're going to actually do a little bit of mobility at the end. So we're gonna kind of cut off 10 minutes before the end just to really go through a number of mobility exercises that you guys can do if you are feeling a little bit sore, but also just healthy to include as part of your program. So we'll do that next week, which will be the last of our February sessions, I think.
Okay.
But well done, guys. Good work. Some of that stuff's not easy.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Any questions on any of the movement at all, guys? There at all? Any happy with what we've
Only
done?
question, the pressure on England squash to open.
Yeah, it's out their hands, Amy.
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing those ghosting manoeuvres on a real court, would you really aim to cover the whole of the court?
Yeah, what I would do, David, I tend to use half squash balls.
Right.
So, just get the old ball, cut them, or when they split, rip them in half, and I'll put them down on the floor where I think realistically I would be playing the straight drive or the cross. I mean, I've done this with Gillian, I've done it with Steve. There's lots, so it gives me a visual. Okay, you can't do that well on the volley because you can't have something hanging from the ceiling, but I still have the marker down on the floor, and I just try and imagine that the ball's up there, and I think that really gives me a visual of using the strings. And I think the common mistake, David, is that when people go to the front of the court, they almost go and bang their nose on the front wall. But be realistic. When you're moving to the front corner, probably, you're probably a yard and a half. It's probably as close as you get to the front wall, probably. There might be the odd occasion that you're really at the front, but that's probably about as far back from the front wall as I would be. I would then have, like Steve marked out on the court on the first week that we've done, we should share that with them again, Steve. The ball is about that far away from the sidewall. That's where I would be looking to play my straight one or my cross one. So I have a visual. Very good question. And I also try and think about, what's the average length of your rallies? 6 shots, 8 shots, 10 shots, 4 shots. So I don't go necessarily for 10 shots and 30 seconds rest and 10. I do, but I try and vary it a little bit. And then what I would do then, David, I would really think about where you play your squash in terms of what part of the court you're playing. Two right-handers will predominantly load the left-hand deep side of the court. So if I'm ghosting, I'll probably really concentrate on that a little bit. If I'm playing Steve, and I know Steve's got, I play Steve once a week, and he's got a lovely forehand drive to the back, then I will probably that week practice going into that back corner a little bit more, because I know I'm preparing myself for Steve. And I know that if I play you, Dave, you've got a lovely little boast on the backhand side, so I need to be taking that drop. So I'm trying to keep it as real, and I think, I think I've done this wrong quite a bit in my early part of my career. I just ghosted in, boom, 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 Whereas what I got you to try and think a little bit tonight is you're linking shots. You play a cross-court drive to the back of the court. What's your opponent probably going to do? Probably going to be a straight drive down the wall. Probably, not necessarily. So then my next shot would be trying to reach up and get the volley. You can only pretend as much. But I think Steve would vouch for this. I mean, we worked together quite a bit. We really worked on your movement, didn't we, Steve? You hit a good squash ball, but it was a movement that really underpins everything, really.
Yeah.
And you don't need a squash court. In the summer, we're doing a lot in the garden on your patio. It's not the nicest weather, obviously, but you can mark out a court. You can mark out and get that going. I really think you can get a lot from it, David.
Yeah.
I've had the biggest success this year in lockdown, or last year in lockdown, just getting people to think about their movement. It's difficult in a confined space, but I've been fortunate. A few of the guys have been outside in car parks and tennis courts and what have you, and we've marked out a squash court and we've got on and done it.
Yeah.
And I think that would be linked with some of those lovely foot drills that Steve's doing, keeping that nice and light, and your lunges, because I think that's an area as we get a little bit older, it's the lunge that we become a little bit imbalanced and wobbly, and the shot suffers because of it. So, if I was to describe anything, I would get your ghosting done. We done the other week, didn't we? Where I got you to lunge and got you to count to the count of 2, do the shot 1, 2, and then move. I think that's a good one, because you're incorporating movement, a swing, and being stable in the shot as well, which is difficult. Yeah, I mean, I get 4 or 5 top coaches in a room. They talk about movement. They'll all have a different opinion. Steve showed a lovely one last night about Ali Frag. I can't say I necessarily agree with a lot of it, but who to argue is the best player in the world? So, it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. But Any questions, David? Anything going forward? You know, my number's on Middlesex's website. You know, I'm more than happy to pick up a call with you and chat it through. So not a problem.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely.
Next week.
Thanks, Gillian. Take care.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Amy.
Amy's gone, I think.
Yeah.